The morning of March the 30th, 1955 arrived in Hollywood wearing the disguise of an ordinary Wednesday. By 9 o'clock, the cleaners at the RKO Pantages Theater were polishing brass fixtures, florists arranging white gardenias in towers taller than a man, photographers already at their positions with the patience of people who understand that history makes you wait. None of them knew what the evening would reveal. None of them could have known that before midnight at a corner booth at Chasen's restaurant on Beverly Drive, three of the most luminous people Hollywood had ever produced would sit together for what would quietly become the last time. Though none of them understood it as a last time yet. Wait, because what unfolded in the hours before? Grace Kelly walked to that stage to accept her Oscar would mark the irreversible end of something Hollywood would spend the next 7 decades trying to recreate, and the private beginning of a change only 2 people in that booth would ever fully understand. Gregory Peck dressed that morning at the house on Toluca Lake, still smelling faintly of his children's breakfast. He had been nominated 4 times before, and preparation had become something he approached with deliberate calm. His wife, Veronique, laid out his dinner suit with the precision of someone who understood that ceremony requires its proper architectural. He dressed slowly, the way a man checks the details of an argument before presenting it to a jury, and paused at the mirror not as the audience saw him, but as the boy from La Jolla who had driven trucks and arrived in New York with less than $40 and the certainty that theater was the only place left that still told the truth. He had learned across 20 years that a room cannot intimidate you if you walk into it carrying something heavier than ambition, something like principle, or simply the knowledge of who you are when no one is watching. Have you ever dressed for an occasion knowing it would matter more than you could yet say? 3 miles away at the Beverly Hills Hotel, Audrey Hepburn sat at the vanity, while her hair was arranged, and watched her reflection with the detached curiosity of someone who cannot quite believe the face looking back belongs to her. She was 25. She had won her Oscar the year before for Roman Holiday and was here tonight nominated again for Sabrina. She had grown up during the war and occupied Holland, had known hunger that leaves a permanent mark on how you understand the moral weight of abundance. She thought of something Gregory had told her once on the Roman Holiday set, that the secret to a room is to arrive in it as yourself, not as the person a room expects. She had been practicing that ever since. Do you remember the first time someone gave you a thought that took years to fully understand? Across the city in a rented Pacific Palisades house, Grace Kelly was applying makeup with the composure of a woman who had decided early that the best defense against a watching world is absolute deliberateness in all visible things. She wore white tonight. Not ivory, not cream, but white, the particular white of someone who has decided to occupy the space completely rather than negotiate with it. She'd been nominated for the Country Girl, a performance that startled precisely because it refused the beauty and charm expected and gave instead the truth of a woman holding herself together in impossible circumstances, quiet and unwilling to collapse. She looked at herself in a mirror and felt for reasons she could not yet name. She would not name them for another 2 months, standing at a palace in Monaco thinking, yes, this is the door. Something conclusive moving beneath the evening. Something ending. Something beginning. She could not have said which was which. On the red carpet, the 3 of them found each other in the graceful chaos these evenings produce. The hand and an arm, a genuine laugh between Audrey and Grace. Gregory arriving and being received with the warmth reserved for people you genuinely respect. In an industry not always distinguished by genuine respect. He stood between them while photographers called all 3 names together, and felt something he would not articulate for many years. Not until the evening at Chasen's changed its meaning entirely, which was that moments our genuine completeness are rarely announced. They simply arrive, and if you are paying attention, you recognize them by the quality of the light. What is the last moment you knew was complete while you were still inside it? Inside the Pantages, in the warm and expectant dark. The three of them found their seats as Hollywood settled around them to watch itself receive its own verdict on the air.